another edition of 95X Cares, your community animal rescue effort brought to you by the Law Office of William Mattar. I am Dixon, joined as always by Jenny. How are you?
I'm doing all right. How are you today?
Not too bad. It's summer, so I don't have very many complaints outside of the random hillbillies and the fireworks.
Is still going on for you?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
fun.
I'm sure. It's going to be a while.
Yeah, probably right through Labor Day, usually is the.
When it starts to die down a little bit, when it fizzles out, well, hopefully it comes sooner. I'll send positive vibes out there.
Appreciate you. So this week we're back to where we were last week at Anita's Stevens Swan Humane Society in Utica.
Yeah,
And this time we've got Jazz, who is adorable.
she's so pretty. She has just such a good, like, houndy smile. I'm completely obsessed with her. And yes, another dog trainer had reached out again this week and just said, "Hey, we have this amazing dog. We'd love to get her featured. And this is why." So she just moved into actually a trainer's house who was going to be fostering her. So, like, that's a huge win. But Jazz is a dog who prefers to be your only companion. And I know that that could be like a little bit daunting for people because they're always like, why is this dog like aggressive? Not the case. It's just that sometimes dogs don't necessarily know how to interact. And therefore, it kind of like puts them lower on that totem pole of your choices, I guess, when you go to a shelter and start looking. But Jazz is just an absolute love bug. She is house trained. She's crate trained. She is an amazing car companion, loves to snuggle, super, super loyal to her people, loves to play games, wants like those puzzle feeders. So she's interested in like those brain games as well, which is super, super useful during those winter months that we go through when you're not necessarily looking forward to going outside. Whip out a few different puzzle feeders, and she's going to keep herself busy. But she's just a love bug who has fallen short, and she is waiting for her forever family. Again, I think that we're in a great situation where she's being fostered with a trainer. So it's kind of like a unique thing. So you can get this very like candid um background information, like what's your experience been, and a trainer is literally going to tell you what they see in this dog. So if you haven't heard of Jazz, definitely reach out to them, take a picture, and see if it blends in with your family well. I think that that's something that a lot of people look for as well. But I think that Jazz is going to make somebody really happy, especially if they don't have a pet yet. She's going to be like that perfect introduction dog.
Yeah, and at 5 years old, like she is who she is.
Yes, absolutely. She is not a youngster. Like this is really, she has like a well-developed adult personality. Like she has just really come into her own, and she's just wonderful. And it's unfortunate, that some of these dogs get labeled as camping around other pets. It is for their good and for the good of other animals, right? But it just kind of creates this environment where they're very overlooked. And with Jazz, like there's no good reason really to overlook her, especially if you don't have an animal yet. Like she's just gonna seamlessly come into your house, crash, and love you to death. I don't know, like that's kind of just her jam.
Yeah, and again at 5, totally trained, right?
Yeah.
Fully aware of how things operate. I love adopting adult dogs. I know I'm going to be very much in the minority with this, but I'm not a puppy guy. Like I like seeing puppies and playing with puppies. I don't
Exactly.
want a puppy.
I think like that, like between 3 and 5 years old is like that like really amazing time to adopt a dog because they are just kind of blooming. Puppyhood is challenging.
It's
They have
fun
razor teeth and razor nails, and they just tear into everything.
and nothing up
It's
here.
exhausting.
Nothing. Just a
Yes,
white.
they're just very aloof,
Yeah,
right? Whereas once you kind of get that adult dog, they're just like, "Hey, do you mind if I watch Netflix with you? Do you want to go for a walk with me?" Like that's amazing. And that's what Jazz is going to bring to somebody. And so I really hope that the right person is out there because this poor girl shouldn't have to wait much longer for those people to step forward and claim her as part of their family.
absolutely. Just a beautiful, beautiful dog. You can inquire about Jazz at Anita's Stephen Swan Humane Society. The link is right below on the screen. They're located just outside of Utica, just a short drive to go get what could be the newest member of your family.
I think
Jenny,
it's
I
a good
can't
deal.
thank you enough for bringing Jazz to our attention. It is really one of those things where, like, say it all the time, but if they were, they got along, I feel like Wiggles could have a new best friend.
Because she's beautiful, but somebody's going to love her and they'll send you pictures.
I hope so. I hope keep that name. We're keeping that name this time.
I like it. It's got to stay.
And Jenny, thank you as always for everything you do.
Thank you, and I'll see you next week.
95X Cares is brought to you by the Law Office of William Mattar.